I think you look at this, and we've got such a young team and a lot of guys, and I think it took a lot of courage for us to come out here to play this game and, Duke's home opener like this, and we hung in there, and, I think there's some things for us to build on. Clearly, Coach K's got that team playing so hard. I mean, they are committed, and that's what Duke always does. And obviously, we weren't able to get into any kind of offense whatsoever, and they sped us up. And we knew that would happen, probably even to a larger extent than we realized. But again, I really like my team. I thought our young guys got a ton of experience out there today, and I do think there's some good things for us to build on. And this is such a great environment. There's nothing that these guys will see. You got all these freshmen, young guys come out here in their first game on the road in college basketball, and it's like welcome to the big time, guys. And so I made that decision to put them in this environment, and I don't regret that a bit because I did see a lot of growth out there from those guys, and we're going to learn from this a ton, and this is going to help us as we get better and better. And I think our team's got a chance to compete come league play. I really believe that.
Talking to you before the game, you said you wanted to see consistent effort and want to see any runs where they got breakaway guns, stuff like that. Do you feel like that?
I did. I thought, obviously they're so, that they scored out of our offense. Sometimes the turnovers, it's hard. But I thought there were stretches in the game, especially in the first half, where we got back and we got our defense set and we made them work late into the shot clock and we were able to contest shots. And I thought our rebounding effort was pretty good, at times. So I thought there were stretches where defensively we executed exactly what we wanted to do against this team. So I think that's something that we can really build on that way. So I think there were stretches that I really, really liked. I don't think they got, if it wasn't a turnover, I don't think this team got a ton in transition. You know what I mean? They scored a lot late on some stickbacks and some easy baskets, but I thought there were stretches where we played pretty good on defense.
Is it a little eye-opening for the young guys, especially how, a little mistake, in some games doesn't cost you in this game, it can lead to a big run?
I would say that's a big yes. but I know that. I've been around the block and these guys. But you know what? The pressure bothered us like it did, even more than I thought it would, and we probably should have made an adjustment even quicker on the press offense. But, man, I mean, those guys, they just closed the gap so fast, that you're not used to seeing, and did a little bit better job in the end of the game that way. But yeah, it did. But the guys, the freshmen, they didn't quit. They kept playing. We missed a lot of open shots too, we did. But, hey, that's what you get when you sign up for this.
Niko held up against this type of competition.
I thought he was good. Probably another thing, we finally were able to just do something simple and throw him the ball a little bit, and I thought he made some good passes, and he was aggressive. I mean, you can already see, you guys have watched him back in Fort Collins. He looks a lot more comfortable from the free throw line, already, and he's finally gotten healthy, and he's really repping it, and I thought he stepped up there tonight in a really tough environment and looked a lot more comfortable than he ever has that way. So I think that's a great thing for him and for us moving forward.
You had him on the block a couple of times, 2 in a row, and I think he scored, and then I think he made a good pass to the corner, the opposite corner. That didn't seem to happen anymore after that. Was that?
Well, I think we did. I mean, I think we went to him in the post in that stretch in the second half a good bit. You know what I mean? And he did a nice job of passing out of it. My biggest regret is that I really thought that we would be able to get into. I mean, we really were not even able to get into any of our offense that we had worked on going in here. And a lot of that stuff was designed to eventually get him a touch, and we weren't able to execute a couple passes, or they sped us up, and so somebody would just try to put their head down and go in there, and that's a huge learning experience for us. And then finally we just, simple, we got him the ball and he made, but that's stuff that we can build on, and we know he's our go-to guy and has to touch the ball, and he'll get plenty of touches for us, I promise.
What were you and Trey Jones talking about in the first half?
So I go way back with the Joneses. Their oldest brother JD played when I was an assistant at Furman, and so I remember, I'd tell Trey this too. I remember when Trey was drinking a sippy cup at Furman and whatever, and this low, and the same thing with Tyus. And so Trey, that kid, man, he knocked that ball out of bounds in front of our bench. And I said, Trey, you knocked that out, man. Don't lie to me or whatever. And he's like, you're right, Coach, I did. And I was trying to tell him, look, he even admitted he did it. And so I just gave him a hug, and I'm saying, man. So, yeah, he knew he knocked the ball out. That was the deal. But it's just a fun exchange. I've known that family growing up in Minnesota, and he's a great kid. And if there is a better perimeter defender in college basketball, I'd love to see it because that kid has unbelievable instincts, plays his tail off. He's gotten so much stronger. He just knows exactly where the ball needs to go, and he's a terrific kid and a terrific player. And he obviously completely disrupted our guards from getting into any flow.
Are you concerned with the three-point shooting at all? Been a struggle?
I am. Well, I don't want to say I'm concerned. I mean, I still believe that a lot of guys who've made shots, you know what I mean, who've proved that they did. I mean, I think Isaiah Stevens, a freshman, went 4 for 6 tonight, but some of these guys like Adam and Chris and whatever, I mean, they've proved that they can make them, you know, so eventually I got to believe we're going to. And I think we've watched us play. We've gotten some good looks, and you got to shoot the ball better than we do. If you can't make threes, it's really, really difficult, you know, to win. And I think our team has gotten better defensively with all these young guys from last year, but we're going to have to shoot the ball better. And let's hope that it's not a trend and we're due for a game where we're going to throw in a bunch.
What's the next step? What do you need to see from these guys to use this experience positively?
I think, you know, win or lose, that's what you do. Well, I don't worry about that with these guys. I think we'll go back and we'll get ready. We play Omaha on Wednesday at home, and there's 30 games, you know, whatever on your schedule, and win or lose, you got to learn from what you can and move on. And I think they will. This group is coachable, and I think they want to get better. And they'll realize as the season went on that this will help them a lot more than they realize even today. I know that.